Hypergamy, women who are hypergamous, they're always looking to get the best partner possible, and an alpha male is already looking to make himself the best possible partner. So it's a natural match. You can't complain about it. You have to be. Stop trying to be alpha. You don't want to try to be alpha. There are women out. A lot of you guys are listening to these dating coaches and these channels, and you're chasing things that don't fit your personality and who you are. You're not comfortable with who you are, and you're trying to be something that you're not. You're more maybe of a sigma male. You may be more of a beta male, and because that's been turned to such a bad word. Beta just means followers. Some of you men are not followers, and it's okay if you're not a follower. Be honest, say I don't want to. I want to follow. Some of you men just want to work a job. You don't want to create a business. Some of you men and then you get out here trying to become alpha, and you ruin your whole life. And you listen to these dating coaches telling you, oh, you gotta be alpha, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. You have to be masculine.
All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. I can't hide my face.
Peace, love, life, and balance. I'm your host, Chief Jamal, coming to you live out here in the beautiful state of Utah, heading back to LA to the West Coast. And you see the topic of the video: why women will always, in hypergamy, will always lead to alphas, and why that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. And I'm not going to exclude you guys who are not alphas, and if you're not an alpha, I don't suggest trying to be an alpha, because an alpha comes with great responsibility and great consequences if those responsibilities are met. You have to understand that we are naturally tuned, mind, body, and soul, to procreate, and to procreate at the highest levels. So a lot of things, a lot of stuff you see out here in the manosphere, y'all see, I'm doing the Revenge of the Nerd series. I got Revenge of the Nerd series. I've been teasing that, but basically how the internet is returning to the Revenge of the Nerds. Basically, people who are not blessed with certain abilities or certain gifts or certain looks are mad when they shouldn't be mad, really, because they have blessings in other areas that other people don't have. We all have things that are particular to us. Betas have advantages, sigma males have advantages, alpha males have advantages. We all got advantages that each other don't have. So it's not a thing that you don't want to get into the mindset to compare yourself. But anyway, the reason why women will always seek alpha men, why a person will always lead to an alpha, is because that is the optimum level where they can procreate. Alpha, I talked about the true definition of alpha. Alpha means the beginning. That's why you see Alpha and Omega in the Bible. Alpha means a creator, the beginning of something. That's why I see all these guys talking this fake alpha talk on the internet, and they haven't begun. They're just copying a strategy, or they're just trying to be other methods by other men. When you're an alpha, you're a creator, you're a beginner, you're an innovator. There's very few true alphas, that ever walked the earth. But the reason women seek that is because that is the highest level which they can procreate. That they understand that an alpha will always be able to create a situation when there's nothing there. A lot of guys will hear talk about how women don't want to make up their mind, they want to be adventurous or this and that, or they constantly that, or they get bored easy. Yeah, an alpha is always going to be creating situations. He's always going to be in situations to where he has to do something that is going to be not conformative or reformative, but that's going to be more so revolutionary. Alpha's going to tend to be more revolutionary. They're going to tend to be more out of the box. So it's not just about the procreation. Women are attracted to alphas, and they're hypergamy to the alphas because their alpha's going to be more in tune with the woman's need to be adventurous, the woman's need to be more into life, different aspects of life. The woman's need to be more versatile. The woman's need to be entertained. The woman's need to be entertained. An alpha is going to lead more to that. Now, all women don't need nor should seek alphas. Women have to opposites attract. Like if you're an alpha female, an alpha male is going to be very disturbing for you. You're not going to ever be able to get along. You might want him sexually, but you're gonna find out that you're gonna be continuously frustrated because you can't control him or you can't lead him. He's not able to be led. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna just continue to go through frustration and frustration after frustration. And that's why we talk about a lot on here about dealing with sexual energy, because a woman who's an alpha female seeking for an alpha male, and she's not submissive, but she wants to be an alpha female, which I don't have no, people talk, it's not a bad thing. People can be different. You can be an alpha. Even though I know I said there's no such thing, because there really is no such thing. I will do a video on that, but I'm saying that just for context sake, we're going to say the alpha female or the masculine female. There's such thing as a masculine, doesn't mean she's alpha. But anyway, let's go back. Just because you seek that sexually as an alpha female, quote unquote alpha female, that's just one aspect. An alpha may fulfill that, but you're going to get pumped and dumped and left behind a lot of times because of that energy. And I know there's a lot of femininity coaches. That's a whole industry now, and you got Kevin Sanders talking about being lesbian. Some of y'all women, that's just who y'all are. If you're 30 and you've been an alpha female your whole life, you're not going to switch to be a submissive female. So be okay with who you are. But be understanding that you may have to temper your expectations or look for a different. You can actually keep your same expectations on an outward level, but look for a different temperament. For a man who's more reserved. For a man, because you can be a masculine. You can be masculine and be a man. Some men are not vocal or leaders or don't want to take the step front. They don't want to do that. They just want to be there and make the woman happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know if you're talking about, but there's nothing wrong with that. If you're that type of man, that's fine. Get you an alpha female. If you're that type of female, that's fine. Get you a beta male. I would say sigma, but a sigma may even be a problem for you too. But a sigma can work with that. You just gotta understand, sigma's gonna deal more with intelligence. He's gonna have boundaries. Sigma, he's gonna have boundaries. He's not gonna have as many boundaries as an alpha, but he's gonna still have boundaries. Versus a beta will be more in tune with just satisfying your request, if that's what you truly want. But it's very few females. Most females crave an alpha male. Now, the alpha male is going to also be able to deal with hypergamy better, because if you're an alpha male, you're always looking to reinvent yourself. You're always looking to test the current status quo. You're always looking to elevate. And hypergamy is about getting the best, finding the best reproductive partner possible. All right? A woman wants to find the highest level of male possible. So if she's with a true alpha male, he's always looking to get better. He's always looking to better himself, better his life, better his situation. A true alpha male is never satisfied. He's never satisfied. He's content. That's why I said there's certain things with being an alpha male that you don't have to deal with, maybe on the mental aspect, that are an advantage if you're not that. Because if you're an alpha male and you're a true alpha male, it's kind of like a curse, because you're never satisfied. You're never going to be truly satisfied. You're always going to want to get more and get better. Look at Michael Jordan. He's a perfect example. Michael Jordan won 6 championships. He's widely regarded as the best player ever. He still, when he talks, he still regrets like not winning more championships. And it's never enough for Michael Jordan. He's never content. Look at Tom Brady. They're never content. True alpha males are never content. Okay, they're never content. So they never ever find that space. They're never satisfied. I'm sorry. They can be content. They can learn to be content, but they're never satisfied. They're never like, this is good. I'm gonna just settle here. Alpha males never really do that. They always looking to advance and level, and that goes step by step with hypergamy. Because hypergamy, women who are hypergamous, they're always looking to get the best partner possible. And an alpha male is already looking to make himself the best possible partner. So it's a natural match. You can't complain about it. You have to stop trying to be alpha. You don't want to try to be alpha. There are women out, a lot of you guys are listening to these dating coaches and these channels, and you're chasing things that don't fit your personality and who you are. You're not comfortable with who you are, and you're trying to be something that you're not. You're more maybe of a sigma male. You may be more of a beta male. And because that's been turned to such a bad word, beta just means followers. Some of you men are not followers, and it's okay if you're not a follower. Be honest, say, I don't want to, I want to follow. Some of you men just want to work a job. You don't want to create a business. Some of you men just, and then you get out here trying to become alpha, and you ruin your whole life. And you listen to these dating coaches telling you, oh, you gotta be alpha, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. You have to be masculine as a man. Now, I know this may sound contradictory, but you can be a masculine beta. You can be masculine as a man, be a man, and still be beta. You just don't. Beta just means, all beta means, you can look this up. I'll flash the definition up. All beta means that you follow. It doesn't mean you're a simp. It doesn't mean that you're a chump. You gotta understand. We talking codex in this new language. A lot of these words are donated like that we're being in a society that's been created to be a totalitarian society. So they use trigger words to get people to chase. They want everybody running for the same things, where people can fail at a higher rate, be depressed at a higher rate, and then look to lean on the government, or look to lean on medications or look to lean on scams. They want you to be dependent. Society is made to make you be dependent. But when you have knowledge of self and you don't worry about other things, you're never dependent. You're okay with being who you are. Because being alpha is not glorious how they tell you. I'm going to start breaking that down. It's not as glorious as people tell you. There's a lot of burden and responsibility with that. There's a lot of issues that you have to deal with. I have look, since I started having sex, women always try to get pregnant by me. She could be, say, whatever, virgin or whore, whatever you want to be, right? They're going to try to get pregnant by me. They're going to try, they try, they'll lie, act like they don't, and then take the count. It's things you go through as an alpha male. You do not go that. I talk to other men who are not alpha. They don't go through that. They don't go through that. Like, I have multiple children. I have 9 children. I have 8 children. I'm speaking already one. I might have 9, who knows? But I have 8 children by different women, right? So, now that sounds like a lot, because we get condemned, and I'm doing a whole thing about that, because why do we condemn men for being men? And that's when it reproduces, the greatest thing a man could do. Now, if you don't take care of your kids, it's different, but if you're taking care of them, that's very good. But I digress. Let's go to the topic. That is a small number compared to the women I've had access to. You gotta understand, I didn't understand men's plight till I actually went to jail for a little bit and started talking, and I was able to not have access to women. And I saw how it was to not have access to women, because I always in my life had easy access to women. I've had every other problem in the world, but I never had that problem. I never had the problem with women leaving. I had women being crazy or trying to stay with me or do stalking type stuff, but I never had the problem of being able to keep a woman. So being in jail helped me understand my fellow brethren's plight, and understand that my numbers is way different than their numbers. Like, it's some men who, they might only slept with 5 women their whole life. I've had weekends where I slept with more than 5 women. I had days where I slept with 3 to 4 women, and different women in one day. And y'all know I teach about, I'm not that same guy, but I'm just saying that it's different problems with different situations. Okay, you compare, like a guy was trying to make fun of me and say, oh, you got all these kids, this and that, which is stupid. And I'm like, dude, okay, you comparing me to you. I have the options of thousands of women. I've had thousands of women I had access to for free. Like no, like just they come to me, a lot of them. And you what? You dealt with not even 10 women as an adult. That's you. And you got your ratio is 10. So you got 1 child, but you impregnated 10% of the women you slept with. I've impregnated less than probably 2% of women I've slept with and been with. Even with having 8 kids, I've only impregnated less than 3% probably. Think about that. We don't look at it like that. But you gotta understand that women are always going to be prone to alphas because it meets certain needs of hypergamy naturally. It's a natural fit. Like me, I never could work for a job. I'm adventurous. I'm gonna do different, just naturally. I'm looking to create. I'm looking to do. That's just how I naturally am. And I understand some men are not like that. Now, some of you guys are alpha, but you haven't discovered the alpha within you. I've been beta. I've been sigma. I've been other things and not known who I am. So that's why I said knowledge of self. And so for you guys that are truly alpha, when you're alpha, you know it's naturally, like, you're going to be, society will tell you that you're alpha. You can't become alpha. I'm glad Coach Greg teaches about that. And he focuses on masculinity, because you got to focus on masculinity. Once you focus on masculinity, you're comfortable with yourself, you're going to know if you're alpha or not. But some of you are alpha, but you're just living your life as a beta or as a sigma, and you need to get into your comfort zone as an alpha. Like if you're trying to work jobs or trying to conform and you just can't do it and it just doesn't work for you, or you always got creative ideas but you suppress them, then you might be an alpha male who's suppressed. So you got to get knowledge of self and understand who you are. Oh, you see me say a lot, but it's true. It always refers back to knowledge of self. Okay, being that being said, right? Understand that women, for the most part, are going to crave that. Most women are going to crave that alphaness, because it satisfies them on so many different levels. And they're going to see, even if they get an alpha, they'll leave that alpha to see for a guy who they feel is more alpha. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. People talk, a lot of these guys talking about women gonna jump around and they're gonna do this. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If a woman catches an alpha male and he's in his masculinity and his purpose, she not leaving that man, bro. It's not happening. He's gonna have to leave her or get rid of her. It's not happening, man. A true alpha. Now, if she's not truly alpha, that's different. But if it's a true alpha, she's not leaving that dude, man. It's not happening. Because she's gonna instinctually know that it's a very good chance she's not going to get that situation again. Women have a lot of internal instincts that we don't have. You understand? They deal with pheromones and hormones that we don't have in our male system. They use parts of their brains we don't use. It's science. It's not debatable. All right. Our strength is in our masculine and logic, because we can center. We don't have as much to deal with internally in our minds, so we can center and focus better, because we don't have as much to grasp. Just like if you got a job and you're at your job, you're gonna do a guy who has just one job to do is gonna perform better than a guy who has 10 different jobs, because he's so spread thin. Women are more spread thin intellectually, so it's hard for them to focus. Why they need a man that has that masculine energy. The problem is a lot of men get into emotional feminine energy. And they try to be chatterbaits and try to be emotional and complain and try to notice and overanalyze shit. They get to be feminine, and they leave that masculine frame. And we're not as men. We're not made to spread ourselves thin like that. Men are made to focus and be on their purpose. Men are made to focus and lead a household, or understand who they are and allow someone to lead. And I'm the only one probably talking that gives positive comments about being beta. And it's a reason, because they want everybody to go after the same things for it to be a higher failure rate, and more people need help, more people need assistance. It's a system. That's how it is. But beta is not negative. Sigma's not. They're just titles, man. There's no negative connotations to being a beta male. Now, if you start saying simp and all this extra stuff, yeah, of course, those are negative connotations. But understand that be comfortable with who you are. If you don't want to say you're beta out loud because how people think, okay, I understand, that's good, that's your business. But you have to at least know yourself. If you're beta, then you're beta, or you're sigma, that you're sigma. And that way you can properly get the woman you want, the career you need. Look, I know men that's beta, and they live in good life. They got a good job. They're working for a company for 32 years. They're making money. They're happy. They got a pension. They got a woman that's alpha, but just masculine. I don't like saying, because I'm gonna do that video. People ask me, I'm gonna do the video about those things, alpha woman. But I just say, for the sake of conversation, they got an alpha woman who kind of leads, who kind of controls it, who kind of do that, and they're happy. They're good, and they've been together, and they're fine. So we got to stop going by the latest internet sensation, all right? Or these pills, which I'm gonna get into that. These color-coded pills. Stop going into this bullshit, man. Know who you are. Have knowledge of self, and be comfortable with who you are. And look at this, man. Enjoy it. And it's a lot of earth. It's a lot of universe out here. The universe is a big place. Shit, earth is a big. The America just itself. Enjoy your surroundings, man. Get comfortable with nature. Get comfortable with yourself, and don't tune out from social media. Take breaks. It could be used against you. So when you take a break, use it as a weapon instead of letting it be used against you. All right. So with that being said, family, that's my video for today. I'm signing out. Peace. Love.